Is it tomorrow already?
Hold on.
How do I... What's going on? I can't... Oh, we're waiting for
Put it
Indy,
in.
I think.
Put it in the box. Yeah, he got like a 5 dead. That's impressive.
That was... Yeah, that was absolutely... Oh, 5 dead, yeah, Sealand.
Yeah.
Your race, though. Your lap. Yeah. Good job.
It's easy when you just ignore turns.
Yeah, it's like a second faster than I am. No, it's not a second. I got a 5.15. 5.15. So half a second.
Man,
We're very close
just
together.
about a tenth up on Burb. Wow, I'm eager to see what Nismo can do.
He's got a gold thing, so
Yeah.
this might be quite a race. Let's not crash. I wonder if he disqualified himself on purpose, like those guys in iRacing.
Don't know.
Just it's weird. Sometimes you see like even real Formula One, like real drivers, including old Formula One drivers in esports, and they're all starting from the back because they just want to overtake. They're so fast. Unless they're Lando Norris. No, Lando Norris doesn't do that. He just crashes against other people.
Welcome to tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
I'm nervous and shaking.
You shouldn't be shaking.
I am. After that lap, man.
You can do a no stop if you
Let's
want.
take some fuel out. That.
You should add fuel. What are you talking about? Take some fuel out.
I don't want to be dealing with a cow in the wet.
That's a good point.
And I added an extra turn of wing both sides. Oh, preferences, assists, traction control, medium. Oh.
Oh, we're starting. I wasn't ready. Okay.
That's why I was like, better get to medium.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We got a nice little grid in here. Who's gonna be the first one to spin?
Me.
Don't spin at the start.
Lights are out.
How's that traction control?
Insane. I got away clean from Burb.
Burb is having a tough time.
I got spun. I got tagged.
Oh, that was Sealand dead.
I think Sealand hit me.
Sealand is slowing down somehow? I'm overtaking a yellow flag, which is really weird, but...
Well, so much for starting on pole. What the heck?
Yep.
I braked early for turn 1 because it's wet, and apparently Sealand didn't want to.
Looking good from the start.
Yep. Let me see if I can make sure I don't do the same to him. Oh, he's having trouble with the turn.
Jeff's yelling at me for not a great start. Not my fault, Jeff.
It was not your fault. I'm having trouble here fighting Sealand, though. I was trying to scare him a little bit by being super weird. Me. He's not getting those apexes, you know? It's throwing me off.
Wow, Whippica is really slow in the turns.
Okay, Forge has a broken wing. Because he crashed against me because I was spinning out.
Whippica is very slow.
Yeah, he's about a second off from us. From me, anyway. From
Especially in the rain.
I think I ruined Forge's race by being slow.
I think Whippica's faster in a straight line, but he has no speed in the turns. And he's not just gonna, like, let me past.
That's gonna be tough.
There we go. I think I got past him. Hopefully he doesn't just, like, send it.
It's very easy to. So
this is gonna be a long race for me.
It's for everyone.
Well, I'm playing on the fact that I got spun out turn 1, and now I'm like, I don't see anybody now that I've passed Whippica.
I'll let you know. Well, Forge has low downforce at the front now, so you should be able to beat him easily. Because he just lost a lot of time. Man, I can't put my foot down through here. Let's remember that. So Barb just posted a 117.
Yep.
He's so much faster than we are. It's gonna be a race for
I
second.
posted a 1 minute 18, but I also was passing Quebec that lap.
Yeah, I'm doing 118 as well. Oh! I wonder if I touched sealant. I hope I didn't.
Try to stay with him, he might make a mistake. You can still regain the position.
I think I'm having a really nasty race with sealant here. I'm not sure how it's looking on his side, but on my side it's super all over the place. It's better than Canada though. I feel a lot more confident. In Canada,
Turn in, car.
Oh yeah, I need to be patient with it.
Let's see, Burb's gonna post like a 1 minute 50. Shh, don't touch that. Oh.
Track is clear. Green flag.
You're out? No, you're good. Are you good?
No, I'm retired. It's
Oh,
terminal
really?
damage. Yep.
Oh. Man, that sucks.
Yeah, that's infuriating.
What
I wouldn't have
happened?
been pushing that hard.
Yeah.
Not that I want to blame sealant, but I blame sealant.
What
like,
happened?
That's he hit me going to turn 1, and I couldn't save the spin, and so I got sent back to last.
Yeah,
and
no,
then
I
this,
saw.
I was just pushing it too hard to try and catch up, and coming out of one of the turns in sector 3, put it in the wall.
The one just before the last set of corners.
I'll tell you when you get into it.
Okay. Because it's the one that I basically broke Forge's front wing. He's right behind me though.
Maybe.
So. So this corner here, and then after this one, was it?
This corner, I lost it right there.
Yeah.
Well, no, right there on this outside bit, and then I hit that wall on the outside.
On the right side, yeah.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel better, which I know it doesn't, real F1 drivers do that as well.
It would make me feel better if I hadn't been hit in turn 1.
You'd be fighting up there with the Burb, I think.
Yeah. So now Burb can have his uncontested record-tying win. That's a very wide line.
I didn't want to
Watch
crash
out for
against,
watch out for Forge. He's like
Yeah.
right on your side.
I didn't want to crash against Sealand, that's why I had to just
Yep.
stomp on the brakes.
He's gonna try and send it up your inside. It's just still there.
I know. We got a spotter for me.
You're clear. Oh, he's slow though. You can probably get him if you're on ERS.
Nah. There's no DRS here.
ERS, I said.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I am.
Nice.
Super.
That's
super
fine.
kind with the
He went
space.
wide.
No, he was giving the space, I think.
A little bit of blocking in the brake zone, but
No, that was good. I was sort of giving him space myself because I knew, like, I need him to catch up to Sealand, otherwise Sealand is just going to be up there. But I'm so slow on that corner, the one that killed you.
yeah. Well, as much as I hate to leave you alone, I'm gonna head off. So
Yep,
take care. Have a good race.
thank you. I'm sorry for the crash.
Yeah, it's not your fault.
I know, but you know what I mean. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
I didn't mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. I think I think that was a bad overtake.
Great maneuver. You made it look easy.
Jeff doesn't think it was a bad overtake though. But it's so knife edge. The braking. Okay, let's focus here. Because there's still everything to play for, because we're basically on the same strategy here. And Burby's not that far up the road. I think we might be good. We just did a fastest sector there, that's pretty good. The fastest of the race. This is such a treacherous corner! You can see me sort of turning my wheel left instead of right, and I'm still its foot planted on the floor, right hand, like, and that is not safe because the car will snap. Can't believe Forge is actually keeping up with me with a broken front wing. He might have higher fuel though. That was a bad corner. Just generally messing up. Oh, I'm on lean. That explains it. So I think that the thing that you saw me do right there, going to the middle of the track, that is something that they don't do. Oh, this is a bad thing, but don't worry, it's all fine. Just catch up. That's something that they don't do. And it was me just trying for him not to bump me. Because if he had to evade me,
Okay, gap ahead
evading me into the
seconds.
inside of the corner is very dangerous. Because he will crash against me because that's where I'm going. Just lost a bunch of time there though. Man, I'm not fast. I think I'm overdriving. But that's not the reason I'm fast, it's the reason I'm not slower. Is that I'm overdriving. And that's, I don't know. Yeah, I can't catch up to him. Oh, broke too late. Broke? Sure. So what I can do here is use the strategy to undercut them. So I'll pit 3 laps earlier, but I do need to catch up to Forge here. 117. I'm all over the place. What am I doing right now? 119 maybe? I did a 117 as well. Okay, it's the fuel. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is look at that number. Pit window 18 to 21. So I'm gonna lap on pit on lap 16. The end of lap 16. Which means I'll have fresher tires. First off, I'll be able to ruin these a little bit more. But hopefully it'll give me confidence and speed. It's super dangerous. It's so dangerous, that corner, and you lose so much time if you... Yeah. I'll still do it. I'll still pit early, but
A new strategy is available on the MFT.
I think we're precisely being given that strategy. Let's see. Yep.
Copy.
Okay. They do the pit crew actually does a fairly good job with the undercuts like that. And don't forget that Forge is catching up to Sealand. Ooh, that's a little bit too slow. Forge is trying to catch up to Sealand, and Verb is just up the road. That's very good news. All over the place. That's where Colonel RPG is. Putting his foot down. Okay, our fuel is sort of dying, but that's not a problem. I'm not gonna worry about the fuel. Oh, also, that is super bad. That's fine. Yeah, I don't think there's any saving. Like, if I keep doing that, they're way too consistent. Where am I on fuel? -1, it's good. Yeah. An easy way to save fuel is just going to lean right at the end. Not in the braking zone, not so much there. Why is there... Oh, that's with the gun, okay. Like here. I don't need the last little bit. And you save a lot of fuel. So yeah, they're way too consistent. Whippica seems to be offline though. What does that mean for the race? I don't know if the drive,
Good job, nice overtake.
that was a overtake for position? Oh, right, that's why he's offline. Because he's not actually up in front of me. But the game somehow doesn't know what it's doing. See, we gain time through there. You see the little green thing below my number 7 on the... Yeah. Look at that. Who's gaining time going up the track? That's why sometimes going the long way around
These
is
conditions
faster.
don't look like they're shifting. We're
I know,
predicting at
Jeff.
least 20 minutes of heavy rainfall.
So it's just a matter of making sure Nismo doesn't finish ahead of me, and then what'll be will be. I can't be a slouch through here in specific. Even in higher gears, the car is just snapping all over. Yeah, I think Whippica had connection problems. He might still be racing on his side.
We're expecting you in around 2 laps, and we'll be putting you on
That's
the
pretty
intermediate
good.
tyres.
No, I shouldn't do that. So where is Forge?
Our gap to the car in front is
5.6
seconds. We're slower by 9/10 a lap. They're on old Inters. Their tyres are 12 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 17.9.
That's, yeah, which means we're slower by 9/10, but that just means my last lap was so super slow. It's not literally that we're losing that. Look at that, I'm half a second up. I don't even know how. Meanwhile, in Burbland, fastest lap. I cannot go to those curbs, can I?
Okay, gap to leader 15.5 seconds.
I think he might have done a bad start or something. A bad lap or something, because I cut that a lot. Cut that gap. Okay, keep the pace. Come on, Colonel. Because Sealand is doable if Forge is doable. But it's all down to consistency, obviously. Yeah, that curve you can do because you're so heavily set on the
The gap to the car
outside
ahead
tires.
is 5.0
This curve you
seconds.
can't because that's precisely the reason. But it's anything that weird just steps out. I don't know where I'll be in the distance here. I need to slow down the third gear through there.
We're going to box this lap.
Phew,
Push
I
hard
lost
on the
time.
in-lap.
I wonder if he's cutting. Because that's the thing we can do, of course. Because we're on relaxed corner cutting rules. It is a real shame. The game doesn't have an intermediate mode for corner cutting rules. It's either you look at a curve and you're disqualified, or you get a warning anyway, or you can just cut every corner, no problem. Codemasters. Okay, and now we're going to the pits.
Pit in this lap, and remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach. Okay, you have wing damage. This will be a
Shut up,
major
Jeff.
performance
Shut up,
impact
Jeff.
unless you box for a new one. Check
I'm
your
boxing right
MFD
now.
for a new strategy option.
Kelly, that curve is... that corner is super dangerous. Oh, I don't have grip at the front. Okay. Okay, our race is for fourth if Nismo doesn't crash. Oh man, that sucks. Oh well. Okay, we're here. We're getting a front wing. As long as it... I was really worried that I would finish my race there as well.
Exit now.
Enough goes with Nismo. Yeah, he's got tremendous
That was our
amount
last
of
stop.
time on us.
No more scheduled pit stops.
Okay, put that away. Otherwise I'll get upset. Let's bring him down. Okay, accelerating to second. Into sixth and get the... Oh no, it didn't register. That's fine. Let's keep to this. 'Cause I'm also messing with the thing on the lower right corner of the screen. That does get me into trouble a lot. My God. It's the wall corner. Third gear there needs to... Okay, sixth gear into overtake. That's the fastest last corner. Or last sector. Just keep it in there. Okay. Into that. Brake. Okay. Second gear immediately. Into third, get that up there. And then overtake. And then bring it back down to high. Ooh, the car just loses control through the braking zone there. And here the apex is very important. Keeping it on the edge there. And again. Doesn't make it any better. Lowering the fuel. but it's all right. Because I saved some through there. My God. Gonna bring down third gear. Should have. Going to overtake. Going to high. Fourth, fifth, sixth overtake. Brake too late. I think maybe not. Second gear. That's good. That's good. Let's do this infield section. All in lean fuel. I think that's gonna save me trouble in the fuel saving department. So I don't know when
It's not a perfect situation, but I don't think we have cause to
shut
move onto a different tyre yet. Gap to car in front is 41.5 seconds.
did they pit? How do I have 41 seconds? I'm not looking up there. Nismo pitted. Okay. Oh, 41 seconds is tremendously bad. Oh, but they haven't pitted yet. That's important. So I only have like 15 seconds, which is also pretty bad. But then again, I spun. So it's not that bad. Okay, down to medium. Down to lean. So the thing is, if it stops raining, which I don't think it will, but I didn't look at the weather. It was Indy that looked at the weather. But if it stops raining, that's gonna be a mess. Because of course it's gonna be a mess. But it also will bring... It'll throw a stone in the works. I don't know what's gonna happen. Nobody knows what's gonna happen. Because a couple of laps in the wrong tire will ruin you forever.
The distance to the leader is 38.
38.5, that's after a pit. It's pretty good. Oh, I got a warning? No, I did not. I did not. That's a lie. What I did was the fastest first sector. You can't tell me otherwise. Yep, you saw that coming, didn't you? I saw that coming. In real life, that would have been... Like, all the mistakes I make, that's all out. These cars are super treacherous.
21.7 seconds.
Oh, that wasn't 15. 21. Well, that's the sealant. Did Ford overtake sealant? I guess we'll not know until a few laps forward. Because of the way...
Okay, the gap behind is 20.6 seconds.
The way the pit stops work. Okay. So that's Lipica ahead. The AI car should finish the race. So Lipica's got some points. I hope. And I got that Apex for the first time. But the good thing is, now we're not racing for position with Whippica. We're lapping him. which means the AI is gonna be stepping out of the way. I hope, because the AI is awful at that. Absolutely horrendous. Horrendous. Codemasters, how is it possible?
Heavy rain will be staying with us for a while now, at least a 20-minute window of heavy rain.
That's sort of good news. And if you're wondering why why Whipaka, that's the AI by the way, but why Whipaka could have stepped out of the way, he was so slow through the corner that oh, I forgot that this is a slow corner. That happens a lot. He was so slow through the corner that he should have gone to the inside, further into the inside, to the right side of the track.
Okay, the boots aren't looking too worn at this point. We should have plenty of life left in them. Let's make sure we keep managing them properly.
You say I'm managing them properly. I don't know if that's true. Jeff doesn't actually check on that. There's no message that tells you that you're using the tires all too fast. It tells you that if you're overheating them tremendously, but that's about it. Whee! Okay, I can't get another warning now. See how dangerous it is to cut? Not even for a good time. Not that it matters. It's not a good time that I need to catch up. Is that ever gonna happen?
Our gap to the car in front is 20.8 seconds. You're closing in by around 1.4 seconds a lap. They're on fresh inters. Their tyres are 1 lap old. The time last lap was a 1:32.0. The gap behind us is 19.7 seconds.
132 is a pit stop. And it's also forged, so... Yeah... I think that's that for the race. Unless I spin. Or they spin. Speaking of which... That was on lean. It did have a lot of ERS. I don't shy away from using it. Probably should. It's only like 300 horsepower. Like on maximum anyway. The ERS. If you don't know how it works, it's a pretty interesting system. So they're called hybrid engines, or hybrid powertrains, because it's the engine itself is just the internal combustion engine. They call it the ICE because they want to seem fancy. I assume that's the reason that they call it the ICE. Either way, basically it's a very complicated system that has multiple parts. But it's not necessarily more complicated than what you get, for example, in a... I was gonna say a Toyota Prius, but the Toyota Prius doesn't have one part. Actually, it doesn't have two parts of this system. So... a Porsche Cayenne Turbo hybrid, I think there's a hybrid version of that. Either way, the parts are simple. It's the engine that blows fuel to make power.
20.8 seconds.
And I think that's about 650 horsepower, thereabouts. And then there's a turbocharger, which also contributes to that number. That number is already counts on a turbocharger. And a turbocharger is just like any turbo in a street car. It's basically exhaust gases spinning a turbine that will then charge the intake air to make more power. The intake air being, because engines need air to make power. And the more air there is, the more power. So that's how turbos work. Very simplified, of course. And then after that, you have, or not after that, in tandem with that, you have the electric engine. And I don't know what name they give that. And that engine has the battery. And the thing that converts the battery energy into power. That's what a Toyota Prius has, basically. But of course, you need a way to charge the battery, otherwise it'll go flat. And for that, these cars have two things. MG UK, which is magnetic. What is? I don't know what MGU stands for.
Green flag.
Oh,
The
yellow
gap
flag
to the
behind
car
us.
ahead is 22.
I like yellow flags ahead of me.
seconds.
I think that somebody spun there. Was it Nismo? Either way. The MGUK basically collects braking energy from the rear tires. It's a complicated system that the teams actually took a while to manage, but they did. And that means if that thing fails, the rear tires stop being, or the rear brakes stop being as powerful, because the brakes themselves are quite small.
Kicking up a lot of spray at this point.
Shut up.
Quite ready for the full wet, but we're not far off.
Oh, there's full wet? No, there's not full wet. You can shut up. I'm not going full wet. I don't trust you. Although I should. That's what ruined me in Canada. Well, actually, it wasn't. I was what ruined me in Canada. And then they have the MGUH, and the H stands for, the K stands for kinetic, or kinetic, which is the brakes and all that. And H means heat. I don't know if they did away with that though, because that thing was really finicky to get to work. And what it does is it transforms heat energy into energy. So I'm not really sure how that works. That's one of the reasons why the cars were so muffled, and still are. These cars don't sound anything like proper F1 cars sound. I mean, we're driving around and it's like, and if you watch in TV, it's mostly this sound. A little bit louder if you want to be. It's gonna make it loud.
23.6 seconds.
But yeah, the old cars. The V12s is where it's at, really. Because they revved so high. Revved meaning the revolutions per minute of the engines. Normal road car, you might have a rev counter on your own car, and you know what I'm talking about. But basically, normal road car usually goes up to 6,000, 5,000 if it's a really crappy car or a diesel. Or 7,000, some of them. Getting up to 7,000 on a four-cylinder engine. I mean, you have those. I think.
Gap to car in front is
I'm pretty sure anything.
3 seconds.
Anything from Toyota usually goes up to 7,000. The new ones, the old ones were just mad. Like seriously, the Honda Civic CRV? No, it's CRV. The original ones, they revved up to 9,500. And even the little Toyota Starlets. Oh, that's the Honda though. Yeah, but not Toyota Starlets. I'm mixing up brands. Although the Toyota Starlets also revved up to 8,000. Even the crappy ones. Incredible engines, phenomenal. The Honda, even the Honda little LSIs or whatever, revved up to 750 or 7,500. Say. And that's a tremendous amount of revs. And of course it's just a testament to how well those engines are made. The problem with high revs though, basically the reason why why you don't go that high is down to engineered limitations into the engine, because the engines technically have the capacity to go there as long as the fuel pump can keep up. The fuel pump is a limiter in a lot of cars just by itself. Some cars don't even have rev limiters, they just can't go there. Old cars in particular. The rev limiter is basically when the car does when it's really this.
Okay,
this sound. This sound at the top.
25.9 seconds.
and the reason why it's so difficult to get cars to rev that high is that the engine has two major limiting factors in the revolutions. One of them is the literal speed. There's a name for that. I don't know the name, but there's the literal speed of the pistons inside the engine that cannot go above a certain speed, meters per second, and it's pretty fast. They can't go because they go up and down. The pistons do, because they are blowing and sucking and exhausting and exploding and all that sort of stuff. And of course they go up and down, many times.
The gap to the leader is
And
40.0 seconds.
the speed, the maximum speed of that is limited because of physics. Because after that, the piston just starts disassembling. It's just too much force. What is the limit? Right. It's not disassembling. The problem is the energy that's transferred from the speed of the piston itself outweighs the explosion or something like that. And something, I don't know what it's called actually. What happens when the piston is too fast? So what they do is they make pistons that are very wide, so that they can have the same displacement. That is the volume of fuel that is consumed, without necessarily being faster. Because if a cylinder is very small, very narrow, then for the same revolution, it will have to travel farther to have the same displacement. So basically, that's one of the limitations. And making wide pistons is a problem, because there's the other limitation, which is called knock. Knock is the nastiest of things, and anybody that has ever messed with an engine, with timings and tuning engines and all that sort of stuff, will know that that's basically what you dread. What happens with knock is that the fuel to air ratio, not even that, but just the fuel detonates at the wrong time. And I think there's different names if it detonates before or after the intended time of detonation, and that can cause terrible things to the engine. If it blows up before, then it blows up when the piston is going up, and it can break the engine. Or break the piston anyway. If it blows up after, it's basically a misfire. And I don't know if it's called knock still then, but yeah. And that happens, that it blows at the wrong timing. It happens not because the spark, or whatever it's called, the little thing that makes the flame happen inside a piston or cylinder, right? Oh, really? Jeff killed me? No, he didn't.
Copy that.
It's fine. Actually, it isn't. Let's see where I can go with this. Nowhere. Nowhere. Yeah, we should be fine though, I think. And basically what happens is that because of the speed of the engine, and because of the pressures and the temperature, the timing of the ignition timing is just gonna be all out of whack. Yeah, I got, yeah, Nismo was spinning. Did you see that I had 42 seconds on him? So I spun because I was telling Jeff to shut up. He's just the worst thing. And so when engines go very fast, they have the tendency to just have unexpected detonation, which is what causes knock. And back... Oh, I'm being overtaken now. By Berg, I would say. And back in the old days, F1 cars could go up to 20,000 revolutions per minute. To bring the story all back to where I started. 20,000, that was the V12 era. And not every car could do it. The Ferraris could. The Mercedes could as well, but they would break. They later reduced the maximum RPM to 18,000, and the Mercedes started being better than the Ferraris. And a lot of fans just said that Ferrari was penalized basically with that. Oh, I'm gonna get a penalty. Oh well. Was penalized with that change of rules because their engines could go up 20,000 and the Mercedes couldn't. Or they could, but they would break. More often anyway. Mercedes never agreed to that. They would say, no, our engines are good. They don't break. What is this? That's good. And this was back in 96, I think. Or was it later? 2003? I actually don't know. Either way, these engines suck. They should go electric already and just be done with it. I mean, they couldn't go electric because they need about twice the battery capacity and a serious change in the just the aerodynamics and engineering of the cars to be able to cope. Or not to cope, but mostly the drag. Because these cars have so much drag. Like, these cars easily have 3 times the drag of a normal road car. Considering that drag is exponential. 3 times is probably not even... They probably have more than that. Like, these tires are enormous. They're just immediately smacked up against the wind. And then the wings and all that. That creates a tremendous amount of downforce, obviously. Not the tires, but the wings. Which is what makes these cars be so fast. But it also creates drag, which makes it harder for the car to push through the air. Which is why they, even with 1,000 horsepower, basically, they can't go that much faster than a road car with 400. And I'm thinking specifically of the Ferrari F40. That F440, but still, the F40 could do 327 kilometers per hour. It's all down to the acceleration, though. So this is the last lap. For me. Unless I overtake Bird. Because he's going to finish, and when the checkered flag is out, everybody sees it, and they can't continue. I don't know how it is in Le Mans, in the endurance races. Oh, look at them just behind me. They're lapping me. I wasn't really racing for it though. It's too treacherous. I don't have the skill for the rain. Majorly, I mean, maybe I do. In real life, I mean. Not in sim though. Because the problem with the rain is that you can tell what your car is doing just by noticing the lateral forces that are being applied to your car, just in braking and all that sort of stuff, and that also helps a lot in the dry. But of course in a sim racing I can't tell. I need to basically be looking at my screen and then do the thing with the wheel. Good result though, nonetheless. Despite some complications. I'm satisfied. Finished 4th, that is 15 points. Nope, that is 12 points. It's still very good. Sealand is now probably in 2nd in the championship. I haven't been showing the results, but let me know if you need them. I mean, they're easy to get, but Thank you so much for watching. And I have to go play Thief 2 on stream right now. Twitch.tv/KernelRPG. That's all one word. Not the twitch.tv/. That's a website. The Kernel RPG is just one word. And I got the penalty, and it's all fine. It's all fine. Although Indy, I don't know. See, Indy didn't get the points. No, he does get the points. Oh, dang it. Anyway, bye-bye.